Hi, welcome to this training on the Gantt chart, brought to you by Tabs and Icon Consulting. My name is Karo Ezuzu. Now let us look at what is Gantt chart. Gantt chart is actually a pictorial representation of a project timeline. This is very useful to project managers. Where you set up a project, you want to know the timeline. When is this project going to start? Which phase are we now? How long is this particular stage taking us, and when is the whole project coming to an end? So that's what the Gantt chart actually does. It helps project managers to monitor the progress of the activity of a particular project. Let's look at our data and see how this is done. So we are going to prepare exactly what you see here. Now we have a project here we've called Project Alpha. The timeline, this has 5 stages, starting from the first phase of negotiation down to client's input and wrap up of the project. We have the start dates and the duration. The negotiation stage is 5 days, going to start on the 2nd of April and it will be ending by 7th of April. A day later, the next stage of documentation will commence for 6 days down till the final stage of the project. Now let's prepare our Gantt chart. Place your cursor anywhere you want to have your chart. Now we want to start by first of all drawing a stacked chart. So I highlight the start date right to the end. I click on my insert, move straight to where I have my stacked chart, and you can take either the 2-bar stacked chart or the 3D stacked chart, anyone. Let's take the 2D. So I select the 2D stacked chart. Now I have only inserted my timeline based on the start date till the end. But I want to insert the duration. So I right click on the chart and I select date. When I select date, I'll come here and add another section. It's going to ask me for series name. The new series name is going to be the duration, while the series value, I'm taking out this, will be the whole values under the series line. Now, this is the days it will take for each of these stages. I'm going to edit and insert the project stages. So I click on edit. It brings me here and highlight all the stages, stage 1 to stage 5, and I click OK. Fine, this is my Gantt chart starting to develop gradually. But if you notice, you will see that it's slanting down from top to left, but that's not how our chart should be. So I'm going to reverse this order by clicking on the vertical stages. I come to format as is, and down here you see categories in reverse order. Select that and then click OK. You come out. Now we already have the Gantt chart coming up, but you notice the blue portion of this is actually the beginning of the project till the start date. Now, if you look at the date we have here, it's starting from 5th of March, which is way before this project started. This project actually started, or is starting rather, on 2nd of April. So we don't have any need for this blue portion. So I'm going to take out the blue portion and leave only the days for the project. So I select the blue portion, come to format on the contextual tab. I go to fill shape and I take no fill. So this way I have taken out the irrelevant part of that chart. Now, if you look at this chart again, like I mentioned earlier, we have 5th March, 15th March, 25th March. But these dates are not necessary, so I'm going to take out those dates. Now, how do we take out those dates? If you notice that Excel represents its dates by numbers. So I select the dates, highlight, that's right click, and then I select here. Go straight to Axis option. You will see that this date started from the minimum of 44990, which is equivalent date of the first date we have here, 5th of March. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at the equivalent number of 2nd of March and replace it, 2nd of April, and replace it with that number. So I'm going to copy this number, this date here, and convert it to a number. I can convert a number either clicking here, or I use my shortcut key, Ctrl+Shift+1. So that 2nd of April is equivalent to 45018. So I'm going back to that side here, which is as this, and I'm going to clean off this value and replace it with 45018, which is equivalent 018, which is equivalent of 2nd of April. And I click outside. Now I have taken out all those irrelevant dates. Now the project that starts 2nd of April has it on our Gantt chart starting 2nd of April. Okay. Now we have our chart here, and like a usual chart, we can insert every other information. So I can come here and I take my design, and probably let me put in the legends, the data legend. I can place it. Let me first put the data table. I can place my data table under here, so I can actually look at the data table and see my timeline. But I still need to do something. Let me make this bigger. I click on the bars, I right click, I come here and I can actually increase the gap width. Yeah, so this is much better for me. So I have my data here, but I can decide, okay, let me put in the days on each of these timelines. Some are 5 days, some are 2 days. I come back here and I go to my data label. I can now insert my days there. Now I have inserted my days. Just to make a little coloring, I can change that to maybe make it bigger, bold, Control B. I can actually make that color it to say white. Okay, this is fine. So I have my Gantt chart already displayed. All I need to do now is to just make it beautiful. I come here, I can change the background. Let me change the background color. By the way, I don't need this anymore, so let me take this off. I come here, I can change the background color, come to format, go to shape fill, and I can take this. Okay, this is a bit darker. Okay, let me take this. Now I don't need this trend line, so I'm going to delete my trend lines. That make it cool. Now my values are not showing, so I want to turn that values to white. So I go to my number field and I can select white. This is better. And I also come here and change this to white. This is cool now. I come here and I change that to white. So I have all my information. So this is my Gantt chart for the project that I'm calling Project Alpha. Now, if for any reason I decide to change this 5 days to say 6, and I select 6 here, you will notice that my 5 year will change automatically. So it changes automatically to 6 days. But I can also make this better by clicking on this. I hope I've gotten all here. Come here and I go to shape effect, go to bevel. I can make this, yeah, hope I'm getting it right. Yeah, fine. Okay, go to shape bevel. I like using bevel. It makes it brings it out better. Okay, let me come here. Which one should I select now? I like to use this bevel. So okay, fine. So I just make it this way to make it look better. So this is my Gantt chart. So what I'm going to do now is to create a heading there to call it let me go to, okay, I can come here and do this. Okay, I call it Project Alpha. Project Alpha Gantt charts. Make this bigger and center. So I can change this to another color. Can change this to another color. Okay, do I leave it at white? Is getting a bit stubborn. I'm trying to click that so that I can, okay, fine, I think I'm okay now. So I can come here and change this color to maybe light blue. That'll be okay. Shape fill. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay. So I can make this bold now. Now I'm going to add this together. So I just group this. I can pull two of them together. Okay, fine. So now I have this. I can move this one down here. I can move this one down here to the end. Okay. Push. Okay. It will move down here. Okay. Fine. So I have this. I can come back here and turn this. So I just take out the back, come here and remove that. Now I can make this bigger so it can be fine for the project manager to look. So this is how to create the Gantt chart. I've created a Gantt chart for the project alpha. Now you can see that stage 1 will take 6 days, beginning from 2nd of April. Stage 2 will take another 6 days, beginning from 9th of April. So this is how to prepare the Gantt chart. Thank you very much for listening. In other videos, we're going to see much more for the Excel can do. Bye-bye.